I still remember the night I met Daniel. He wasn't the kind of man who turned heads instantly, no flashy suit, no expensive watch. But there was something about his eyes. Gentle, full of dreams. He told me he wanted to be an architect, that one day he'd design skyscrapers that touched the clouds. I believed him. I believed every single word. At the time, I was 24, working 2 part-time jobs just to keep my tiny apartment. Life wasn't easy, but when you're in love, struggle feels lighter. I used to tell myself, we'll get through this. One day, all of this will be worth it. Daniel had ideas. Big ones, but no money. Architecture school was expensive, and he was drowning in debt. I didn't even think twice. I told him I'd help. I picked up extra shifts, worked weekends, and when money still wasn't enough, I sold the only jewelry my mother left me. He cried that night, told me I was his angel. He promised, when I make it, Emily, you'll never have to worry about anything again. Those words carried me through years of exhaustion. I'd come home after 12-hour shifts, my feet blistered, my body aching. But the moment I saw him sketching late at night, I felt hope. I thought, we're building a future together. And then, it happened. He graduated, got an internship, then a job. Slowly, things started changing. We went from ramen noodles to nice dinners, from a tiny studio to a 2-bedroom apartment. I was proud, so proud. Whenever people asked, I told them, that's my husband. He worked so hard for this. But what I didn't realize was that while he was climbing, he had started looking down on the person who built his ladder. The first signs were small. He'd correct the way I spoke at dinner parties, laugh at my simple tastes. Then it became worse. He started coming home late, smelling like expensive perfume that wasn't mine. He'd pick fights over nothing: my cooking, my clothes, even the way I laughed. One night, I asked him directly, Daniel, is there someone else? He didn't even hesitate. He looked me dead in the eyes and said, Emily, you're not enough for me anymore. I felt like the floor had collapsed beneath me. Not enough? After everything I gave up, after every sacrifice, I wasn't enough. He admitted he'd been seeing someone else, a lawyer he met at a networking event. She was sophisticated, he said. The kind of woman who fits into my world now. My hands shook. My heart raced. Your world? I whispered. Daniel, I gave you your world. But he didn't care. He told me to pack my things, to make this easier on both of us. That night, I cried until my body ached. But somewhere between the tears and the silence, a cold clarity settled in. He thought I was weak. He thought I'd walk away quietly. But he didn't know me at all. For years, I had managed his finances. He trusted me with the accounts, the taxes, the little details he thought were beneath him. And in those details, I had seen things: expenses hidden, favors exchanged, shortcuts that, if exposed, could ruin his career. I didn't touch them at first. I kept those files locked away because I loved him. But love dies when betrayal walks in. And now, I had nothing left to lose, so I played the part. I packed my bags. I moved out. I let him think he'd won. Weeks passed. He posted pictures with her expensive vacations, wine tastings, rooftop dinners. Every post felt like a knife, but I stayed quiet, silent, patient, until the night of his big awards ceremony. Daniel was being honored by the city for his architectural designs. All the important people were there: his bosses, investors, even politicians. I showed up too, not as his date, but as the storm he never saw coming. As he stood on stage, smiling, thanking his beautiful partner for supporting him, I felt my blood boil. He wasn't talking about me anymore. When the speeches ended, I walked up to the press table, calm, collected, and I handed them a folder over 200 pages of records. Fraudulent invoices, kickbacks, even designs stolen from junior architects he had claimed as his own. Within an hour, whispers spread through the crowd. Reporters checked their phones. His boss's face turned red. Daniel looked confused, then terrified, as security walked up to the stage and whispered something in his ear. The laughter, the applause, the pride, it all vanished in seconds. He stumbled over his words, tried to defend himself, but the damage was already done. By the end of the night, the man who once told me I wasn't enough was standing alone, humiliated, his entire career crumbling beneath him. I didn't stick around to watch the rest. I walked out into the cool night air, lifted my face to the sky, and for the first time in years, I felt free. The next day, the headlines told the story for me. Award-winning architect accused of fraud, his lawyer girlfriend gone, his reputation destroyed, his world collapsed. As for me, I started over. It wasn't easy, but I built something for myself this time, not for someone else. I learned to value the woman in the mirror, the one who had been enough all along, and sometimes, late at night, when I think about Daniel's words, I smile. Because the truth is, I wasn't just enough. I was everything. And he lost it all.